Well, hello there, darlings. Happy Monday to all of you. Welcome to a fresh week on the channel. Design Me Devon for starters. Wycombe Barn for afters. No, in all seriousness, bloody hell, it's been 6 months since I've done a Design Me Devon. And sometimes that might happen. I might just like leave a series alone for a while and come back to it later, which is when I've got too much going on. I just can't concentrate or get any inspiration and stuff. So that's kind of why I haven't done Design Me Devon in about 6 months. But it's back now. I'll try and get 1 or 2 out. No, 2 out a month maybe. And maybe a little bit more if I can. But probably won't because we've got lots of things coming up. But yes, today, barn conversion, darling. Sorry I couldn't get a video out on Friday. I was very busy doing this. And I was still doing it today. I was still building this today. So I have already renovated this barn. Like in usual Design Me Devon parts, I usually have a look at the build with you and think about what I'm going to do, whereas I've already done that. So we're going to go and have a look anyway at the creator and the build beforehand. And then we're going to go into the speed build format and have a look what I did. So yes, let's flop on over and have a gander. Okay, my dears, this is the barn in question. It is called Wycombe Barn and it was done by the lovely Shannon Nidaj. Shannon, thank you so much for this build. It was absolutely beautiful. I loved renovating this space. It was huge. This is a 50 by 40 lot, hence why it took me so long to get it done, darlings. So yes, Shannon says, Jim and Jessica decided to buy this abandoned barn during the pandemic after the business went bust. Little did they know it's in awful condition. Can you help them? They only have £52,000. I forgot about that. Including whatever they can sell on the lot. They want a modern barn conversion with a pool, open plan living and kitchen area, and room for a future baby. And move objects. And the train paint kept disappearing for me as well. So it's just a bug in the game, darling. I have no idea why it kept disappearing on this lot, but it did. And it was very, very fuming. But yes, this is the barn, my loves. We're going to go and have a little goosey gander inside now. So this is the actual build. Look how gorgeous this is. Look at the detail. Look at the detail coming through here. Oh, I'm into it. Absolutely into it. And I did actually keep this very similar shape with the walls and everything here. I actually fenced it in slightly. I'm not going to spoil what I did. I'm going to show you in a second. But what I did is knocked this. I'm going to spoil this. I knocked this down, this area here, and I put a brand new garage with some stables. Yeah, we don't have horses yet, but I was like, do you know what? Love my horses. Absolutely flopping them in loves. Swimming pool, kept the swimming pool where it was as well. Just modern, like obviously made it look less disgusting. And yes, lovely. Huge barn. Have a look in the interiors. Look at the size of this, my loves. I actually kept this very open plan in the interior. And I did that. I'm just going to spoil everything. I did the living room down here. We did it all up on different kind of levels. What did I do up here? Like the dining room area, kitchen with like a little like almost sunroom kind of moment with lots of ferns and stuff. I put 2 bedrooms down in this little wing here. I put 2 bedrooms down on this area. And then up on this level, I did like a master suite on a mezzanine level. And it just looked wonderful. Absolutely did. Really did. So yes, gorgeous. Just look at these bloody details in here. I love what you did with this. It feels to me like a working barn. Like the amount of details that you've put in this, Shannon, is just amazing. So you are a very talented builder, by the way. I just want to say that because this just looks so realistic to me. Really, really does. And I was just like, oh, what kind of vibe are we going to go for here? And I'm not going to spoil it. We're going to flop on over to the speed build format now. And I'll talk you through what I did. So the clear up process has begun. I usually go through and delete everything one by one, but there was so much stuff on this lot. I was just like, do you know what? No, we're going to get the hammer tool out and we are going to get rid of it that way. So that's what I did. That is what I did. And I literally stripped back quite a lot from this build, actually, including all of the landscaping. The landscaping was absolutely great. It was just full of rubbish. And I knew there was different kind of things at what I wanted to do with this build. But I do love how this build came out. Apart from, it's not my best work. I will say that with the interior. The interior is nice. I went for kind of like a Scandinavian vibe, but mixed a lot of wood tones together. Had a black ceiling and stuff. I just wanted it to feel a little bit different. Now, this is custom content free, this build. But I did go ahead and use a kind of default ceiling. So when you see the video tours and stuff, the ceiling will be black, but there will be no custom content when you go to download this off the gallery. So it might look a little bit different, darlings. It might indeed. And I really wanted to use this brick or this, brick stonework base game. Gorgeous. Comes in lots of different swatches now. And I decided to use it on this build. Now ignore the front door at the minute. In the beginning, I went with that vibe, which is very nice. But I end up using a brown door instead. You'll see that a little bit later on. And I was going to do this here as well. I've kept it all in, all my mistakes, well, you know what I'm like for my decisions by now. I tend to have a really indecisive nature. And this was a build that I was very indecisive over. That's probably why it took so long as well. But it's done now, and I love barn conversions. I would live in a barn conversion in a bloody hot titty minute, darlings. Does anybody live in a barn conversion out there? I'd be very interested. What's it like living in a barn conversion? What's it like living in a barn conversion? Very barny indeed. But yeah, I do like how this came out. Now, windows, I do go around and make sure that I'm happy with what windows I'm choosing. Beforehand, before I actually put them down. So you're seeing me after all the indecisiveness. Ignore all these doors and windows. I put doors up here on this part. We actually don't put doors up on the balcony level at the top from the mezzanine bedroom. Ignore what I'm doing now as well, because that all changes too. And now you will know why this build was so bloody late. Supposed to be Friday, Monday instead. But here it is. You know, what more can be said? What more can be said? But, yeah, so yeah, 3 bedrooms. 3 bedrooms, huge open plan living area. But I really wanted to still have some kind of separation vibe going through. So I do something with kind of like walls and stuff on the interior to kind of separate the big space off, because it was such a huge space that it was just, yeah, it was too big. That was the doors we ended up going for, those brown doors there, which are they from Eco Lifestyle? I don't know what pack they're from. I cannot remember for the life of me, but I just think they added something nice onto the build and made it look a little bit more minimal. This is quite a minimalistic build, actually. In the interiors and stuff as well, I went quite minimalist. It has got a chicken coop. It's got an area to grow your fruit and veg as well. I kind of thought it's a barn conversion. It would be in the middle of the country. Well, it is in the middle of the countryside. So a little bit of countryside living going with this barn. Yeah, I think we needed to add some kind of like element of that. And that was why my decision went with building the stables as well. Were the stables built then? Oh my God, did I not record myself building the stables? It's Monday already. It's Monday already, and I'm already failing. There's the stables. Yay. Why did I not record myself building them? I was pleased with that as well. I'm sure I did. Unless these clips are all messed up or something. But look, garage, 3 stable doors. 3 stable doors using the snow escape windows and doors. I actually changed the doors on the stables to the cottage living ones. They just look a little bit more like stable doors. So I end up doing that. And the garage is a garage. You can put cars in there. You can do what you like in there as well, loves. Up to you. Up to you. Mine was just, I've left it as kind of like a storage area and put the cars outside. But I'm fuming. I'm fuming though. Unless I was yapping and the stables were being built. Don't know. But they're built now. There they are. So yes, use a lot of this terrain paint as well, which is the concrete from Eco Lifestyle. I really like this terrain paint. I do. I wish it came in some more colors. Do love the gray. It's the perfect gray as well. It's not blue. It's not beigey gray. It's just a real nice true tone gray concrete. That looks great in modern builds, I think, or industrial. I was thinking about going in when I was building this, like doing an industrial interior. And I kind of wish I did go for that vibe now that I've done it. But Scandinavian is here and it's here to stay. And it still suits the barn on the interior. I just wish I kind of went a little bit more industrial on the interior, just to kind of like pay homage to what the actual build was beforehand. Do you know what I mean? But I still like it. I still bloody like it. Doing all of this terrain painting, and it does actually disappear. I come back into the lot and all of my terrain paints are gone. I'm just like, are you kidding me? So if you put this lot down and the terrain paints disappear, Me and Shannon both had trouble with this lot with terrain paints disappearing. So just being pre-warned, my loves. Just going to pre-warn you. Do get some bigger trees in here. Yes, those trees weren't there, so it's not that kind of realistic of a conversion. If I'm putting a tree, kind of like, do you know what I mean? Like, can you do that? Can you like buy a massive tree and get it planted? Don't know, but that is a question for later. This bit here, I wanted to do something. The windows were kind of like out facing onto like a public kind of area, and I was just like, oh, I really want some kind of like privacy aspect here. So I end up pulling the flaps down from the roofs there, and I put up some kind of little privacy panels here using these here, but I actually sized them down so they're a little bit more finer. And they just act as a little bit of architectural detail as well, which I'm very much here for. Do like the way it looks at the end, and you can still see the view from the interior as well. That's what was always worried when I do this kind of thing with like panels and stuff, whether or not you can see the view still outside. And you can with these, and I just think that looks really cool, really smart. I had to whiffle these into place a little bit, and I end up pulling the flaps down on the other pieces, one more as well, because it was just looking a little bit too much of a far away gap from the other ones. Getting some cars out. Having this is like a kind of quick little car parking space, and the other one I put like a little Land Rover back there. Maybe that's a bit more like agricultural vehicles or something back there. And yes, a bit of landscaping around here as well. Now, how has your week been? Don't forget, this week is going to be a very much Let's Build the World's week. I'm going to be starting Brindleton Bay tomorrow, introducing you to the first family moving in. And then on Friday, I'm going to be releasing the Willow Creek save file overview video as well, with the save file for you guys to put in your game too. But I'm very excited about starting Brindleton Bay tomorrow. I'm not going to spoil it. You're just going to have to wait. I'm sorry, but it's just the way it's got to be. Using a lot of this grass actually from Cottage Living. I love it. I wish they just put this in the game in the like build and buy catalog, rather than having to go into debug and live edit to be able to find it. I just don't understand that. There's such great pieces that could just like elevate people's builds, and they put them like in debug and hide them away and stuff. It's very annoying. Don't like it at all. This area here, this does change a little bit. I end up getting rid of that door there. I end up just putting windows there instead. But I still have a little area out here with a picnic bench. It's very minimal, but I think it looks nice. I do think it looks nice. Having this whole house a little bit more minimalist. Main reasons being it's huge as well, so cluttering up this place, it would just look too busy. I think bigger spaces look better when they're a little bit more minimalist, but that's just me. Minimalist. Why do I like saying that? No idea. Absolutely no idea. But I can't even remember the price that this house came out at the end as well. I'd be interested to know whether or not I went over the budget or not. I'd be very interested in that. Probably did. But no one will know. And from now on, as I said, I'm not going to have any kind of like budget for the Design Me Devon builds, because I hate sticking to a budget. I can't do it. It's not me. I can't be bothered. The end. We're moving on. We're moving on indeed. But yeah, I like that little side of that build there where we put the privacy panels and stuff. I just thought that looked really cute. Very cute indeed. Now, this is the master suite upstairs. So I really wanted like a nice glass roof above it. So it's kind of got a lovely bit of light coming into that top area. And it really works. It does. Put a chimney in as well, because we did put a new fireplace in the actual living area too. So I made sure to get a little brand new chimney. I always used to say chimney. Did anybody else? What was that about? What was my younger self doing? Did he not know he was a Virgo and he needs to be perfect at all times? But yeah, chimney. crack on with your chimney, darling. And I like the landscaping with this build as well. Just very green. I didn't want flowers or anything anywhere. I just wanted this place to be, I don't know, just very green, like you would kind of see really in British countryside. You see lots of flowers everywhere as well, but for me, bit of green, absolutely done. Still absolutely fuming at the fact that I forgot to show the barn being built, or the stables even. Don't know how that happened, but anyway, horses. Wish we had horses in the game because I just think this would be the perfect little spot for 3 little horses or ponies in these little stables. I think that would look so cute. And they could just take them out for a big ride out on the countryside. Oh, the dreams of it. I don't know if I would have a horse. I used to horse ride a lot when I was younger. And I know how much work and how hard they are to look after. It's a day, like every single day you got to be there. I just haven't got the time for that. Haven't got the time for it. I haven't got the time, but I would love, I don't know, to get back in now. I think I'd be a bit too anxious now to get back on a horse. I've been thrown off quite a bit and I know how much that hurts. I've been bucked off into gorse. Do you know what gorse is? Is that like spiky plant that's usually on moorland, or I don't know if it's usually on moorland, but it is on the moors, and it's got yellow flowers and it's like needles. Oh my God. Oh, I got bucked off into that, darlings. Right up my ass that went. The horse kind of got, or the pony, sorry. It was called Ivanhoe. He got spooked because his numner was slipping out from underneath of his saddle, and it was on his leg, and he was trying to buck it off, and he ended up bucking me off. And I flew right into some gorse, darlings, and cried. I actually did cry. I was only 20. No, I was about 12, 13, 14, around about that age. That hurt. Anybody out there, horsey? Are you horsey out there? Any horse girls and boys? Have you ever been bucked off? Tell me about it in the comments, please. I promise I won't laugh. I might actually laugh, but just tell me anyway. Thank you. So this is the little veg area that I put a little greenhouse kind of like awning over just to protect the plants maybe. And yes, just very generic little like planting area and nice little pool area as well. So Shannon did say that they did want a swimming pool. So I just utilized the one that was there, to be honest with you, and end up putting it here. Very nice indeed. I think we do a little outdoor dining area. Yeah, we do, with a pergola. And I put a chicken coop off to the side of the swimming pool as well. And it's own little fenced in area. Looks very nice. And I use this pergola here. But I wish these pergolas came without the flowers, just had like green on them rather than coloured flowers. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I think like things like that are overlooked by the Sims team. Whether or not they think, oh no, that'd be cute. Everyone would love that. Not me. No, just keep it plain simple and let us like, just give us a colour wheel. Just give us a bloody colour wheel now. Thank you. But yes, dining area outside as well. So I make sure to use nice farmhouse table. I actually do a barbecue as well, but I think I put that in off of camera. I was just like, there's no reason for them to have that out there really. When there is, because there is a kitchen right there where you're looking through in now. But I end up putting a barbecue out there anyway, just so they've got the option to. And I get rid of this ivy as well. I kept looking at that ivy. End up getting rid of it. And I put windows on that corner there. So that corner on the right there, that's going to be all windows. Things change, things develop as you build and you go into the interiors. Certain things change. It was looking very dark in this area of the barn. So that is why I wanted to open it up with a bit more windows on that corner. And it made it, loves. Absolutely made it. And I was very much for it, really was. Now, no spoilers, but I'm going to tell you a few kind of ideas I've got for Brindleton Bay. So this is where the chicken coop area goes in, by the way. I'm doing it now. I'm going to do kind of a little village area in Brindleton Bay. I know there's a 64 by 64 lot, and I want to do a tiny little like hamlet, like village, Cornish fishing village. I'm not going to ruin loads of stuff. There's going to be quite a few elders. I do want this to be kind of like a not elder influenced kind of like save file, but there are going to be a lot of elders in this save file. I just think they always get forgotten about, you know, and it pisses me off. I'm going to do a farm as well. There's going to be a farm. There's going to be a fish and chip shop where you can go and get fish and chips. And that is all you're getting, actually. I'm not spoiling it anymore. Not spoiling it anymore. Into the interiors. So this is in the main barn area. You can see the wooden floor I used was the one from the cottage living expansion. I just think it suits this area lovely. Now, this is I get rid of that table, I think. Do I end up going for a different table? I can't remember. My eye kept going to that table because the wood was so light. I can't remember if I did. But So this is a very small little nook, little living area nook. Because this area is so big, I wanted this area to have its own kind of like cozy vibe. So I made sure to kind of like push it into the corner slightly. And I do like the way that that looks. I do like the way it looks. Lots of grey in this build because it is a build by me. And this is Design Me Devon, you know. I am Devon. I am designing. So there is a lot of grey in here. But I do like that. I do like that. And I love this little area down here as well. I put a chess table in. Hit it with some Scandinavian design chairs as well, just to give it a little bit more of a pizzazz. And that was where that door was, if you remember, that goes out into the front area. I got rid of that. I got rid of that because it was just not utilizing this space very well. And I like it. I like how this area looks. I really do. Nice little build, this. And I was iffing around with the industrial, but I'm quite glad that we went for a semi kind of like Scandinavian modern aesthetic on the interior, whilst still kind of like leaving not a lot of like exterior original details in. I wish we could have like tresses and stuff, you know, like from the Harry and Felix pack, the like roof tresses. I wish we had them in game because that would have looked amazing in here, but we don't. And I wasn't using custom content for this. Every single piece that I took out, I was like, I wish I was using CC for this build. But again, it's always a little bit of a challenge then as well to kind of like utilize what you've already got and go for the stuff. Look at me. I forgot to even say, go for the stuff. What was I even saying then? Go for the stuff that's already there. There we go. Anyway, or in game from packs, not CC. Look at me. OMSP shelf, darlings. I used to hate the shelf. Absolutely used to hate it, but it was a lifesaver for this build. It really was. So I use it in this. Just thought I'd let you know. Just thought I'd let you know. Main reasons being nothing from The Sims likes to go on shelves, and we've got about 50,000 shelves with nothing to go on them. So that is the only way you can get it. It's called the OMSP shelf. If you haven't seen it before, it allows you to, it's got like a big slot on it, medium one and some little ones. So you can always get an object to go on top of a shelf. There you go. Stunning. Love that little area. But that was still looking a little bit too open. If you remember what I was saying, I still want it to be very open plan here, but I still want separation, make it feel a little bit more private. So that is what I ended up using these screens for here. And I just think that open, like shuts in that area quite nicely there. I do. Now this is where I put the dining room. I wasn't going to put the dining room here to begin with. I was going to put the dining room over in the kitchen at the bottom by the sliding doors, but I decided not to. I thought this space, oh god, sorry, I just pooped my mic. I thought this space was perfect for a dining room. I really did. It was a big open space there, and I was just like, that's looking too big and open. I do want this to be minimal, but that's just not the vibe. So I ended up going for a dining room there instead, and the kitchen's up on that platform up on the top there. And yeah, nice. I like using the furniture that I have used in here. Mixing some of my favorite stuff with some stuff that I don't really use all that often, and playing around and not looking too much at wood tones as well. I was just like, nope, that wood's not matching that wood. Don't care. Don't do that. Now, I wanted to use these here, but they were really bothering me. I hated the doors on them. So we're pretending that this is just like a really minimal kind of like storage space. So those doors maybe slide open or something along those lines. And that is what I did. That is what I did with them. They are from Snowy Escape, I think. Yeah, they're from Snowy Escape. And I just like it. Every time I went to like put a new wall or an old wall on this, or take down a wall, it would get rid of wallpapers from everywhere, and it was pissing me off. So that is probably what you're going to see me doing now, going around and putting the wallpapers back on. Fuming I was. But yeah, it's nice. I really wanted a little chair underneath of the stairs as well, but I wanted the chair to kind of face inwards into the little like mini library area that we had going on. So that's what I did there. Kitchen. Look at us. We're in the kitchen. I shuffle this kitchen around about 20 times before I'm happy with the placement. Now this is the kind of like layout of the kitchen and the kitchen that we're using as well. But apart from that fridge, I get rid of that fridge. But in the end, I end up shuffling this more over into the corner area. I'm just shuffling again. Shuffling again. And I end up shuffling it a little bit more because I just felt like the island was too close to this area here. So I end up shuffling that a little bit more as well. Now, this was where I was just like, I wish I was using custom content because the kitchens. I just can't with the kitchens. Absolutely cannot with the kitchens. Lovely kitchen, this one. fucking hate the swatches, but you know that by now. Like, Dream Home Decorator, amazing pieces of furniture, love them. Awful swatches. None of the wood tones match any of the other wood tones. It's just crap. I'm not going to bitch about it anymore because I've pitched about it 300,000 times. But just saying. Now look, island, little, this is where I do like the kind of cooking area. You can imagine them entertaining around this space. So I made sure to do that as the cooking area. Put the sink over with the fridge in the corner there. That's the fridge we end up going for, by the way. It's base game, I think. Is that fridge base game? I don't know. No idea at all. But I do like this kit. I do like how it looks. End up getting up those saucepans there using the this space shelf from Amiibo Bay. I forget what they're called. They kept snapping to the counters underneath, so I had to move them. And then the counters kept falling down the bloody platform as well. So this space, I was just like, oh, well, how are we going to utilize this? What do I want this space to be? Like down the bottom here. So this is what I end up doing. Putting on these little architectural pieces here. You can see I've opened up that corner now with windows. I just think it brings so much more light into this kitchen. Just makes the kitchen look a lot more nicer as well. And you can see all the countryside from the kitchen. I'm just fucking for it. I really wish that I extended the kitchen out and had a glass ceiling in the kitchen. I think that would have really pulled it together. But this build was so big anyway. I didn't want to put any kind of extension onto it or even shorten it down. I already had the floor plan planned out by the time I got to the kitchen. But if this was me, I would have cut off where we're building now and had that as a kind of a glass area, if you know what I mean. Glass area at the bottom and then had a small little seating area down there. But I needed to utilize this space. So I was just like, let's just bring loads of greenery in here. You know what I say? When in doubt, chuck a fucking plant in, darling. Or 20. Or a whole row of them like I've done now down at the bottom here. Don't really tend to do this a lot, but I thought it looked nice in here. It looked fresh, vegetative. No. Completely wrong word to use. But, you know, we're here now. And that is the way it's going to be. Yes, it is. You can tell I'm just babbling shit, can you? You really, really can. And do you know what? Not asked. Absolutely not asked. So, anyway, main bathrooms. This is on the bottom floor. I like this bathroom. I like how this bathroom came about. I love the diagonal kind of like bath moment that we did. You'll see it a bit more in a minute. But that corner like window from Eco Lifestyle, that's a corner glass window. I put that on that corner, but that is right by the front entrance and the baths there. So I end up putting up some more of those little like privacy panels that I've used everywhere. Like those, you can see them beyond the bath there. So it kind of acts as a little bit of privacy in case you're in there washing your pasty or knocking one out, you know. And people come and knock on the door. You do not want to be embarrassed, darlings, do you? So that is why I did that. Yes, I did. Why am I this way? No idea. Absolutely no idea. But I love that bathroom. Do like the way that turned out. Now look at us. We're up in the mezzanine master suite bedroom. So I wanted to go a little bit more lighter with the timbers and stuff up here. So that's what I did. And I used a lot of like, I made sure in my head, someone was an artist. Always the way when I see a glass roof, I was like, do you know what? Beautiful art studio. So that's what I ended up doing. A little like mini art studio up in the bedroom. Could have utilized this and put it somewhere else, but I just thought, do you know what? We're going to stick it up here. And it's nice. It's nice. I really wish I didn't have to use those black wooden, you can see it now. That's the bathroom, by the way. Or that is going to be the bathroom. I really wish I didn't have to use that. But because of the way that I did the glass roof and the roof line, it had black, it already had that exterior kind of like black paneling on it. So I had to utilize that and do it on that as well. But if this was me, I would have probably made that stone, perhaps. I do like it. It looks nice. I like the mixture of woods and stuff. Light wood, darker wood flooring, black wood. But yeah, I think I would have changed that personally if it was me. But do you know what? I just had to do what I was given. And this was what I was given. And this little area here is kind of like a little dressing area. I just put a nice little like sofa and stuff there. And I struggled at finding a unit here. I was like, oh, let's use the Dream Home Decorator one. Did I try that actually? Oh, no, I didn't. I tried this one first. Camera jumping everywhere, by the way. Tried that one. And then I ended up going for this one. Base game one. Light timbers. Fit in with the vibe. Slightly industrial as well, which kind of pulled it together quite nicely. And I like it. Now, I will say I only show you how I furnish one of these bedrooms. I think this is the last bedroom, actually. Yeah, it is. So the other one, 2 teen bedrooms I had in my head. Yes, they said there might be a baby. Well, Shannon said there might be a baby coming soon, but you could easily make these into a nursery if you wanted, or put the nursery in the bathroom upstairs in the master suite, and then move them down here when they're a child or something. The option's up to you, darlings. But that is it. That is it. I'm going to say goodbye now because we're 25 seconds left. The video tour is coming up, the before and after shots. As I said, I will be back tomorrow with with Let's Build the World's Brindleton Bay for the first part. So thank you so much for watching, my darlings, and I'll see you then. Goodbye.